Hello student, welcome to our channel. Today we'll discuss about zoology subject. That's cytology chapter. Okay. So first question is, which organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? That's mitochondria. कौन सा? Mitochondria. क्योंकि mitochondria are responsible for cellular respiration and the production of ATP, the main energy currency of the cell. Okay, the main energy currency of the cell. Next question. The fluid mosaic model describe the structure of कौन सा वो है? Plasma membrane. Okay, the plasma membrane proposed by Singer and Nicholson. The fluid mosaic model describes the plasma membrane as a fluid bilayer of phospholipid with embedded protein. Next question. Which of the following is found in plant cells but not in animal cell? वो क्या है? Cell wall. That means the plant cell have a rigid cell wall made primarily of cellulose which provides structural support. Animal cell lack of cell wall. So the protein synthesis occurs in which organelles? वो क्या है? Ribosome. क्या है वो? Ribosome. That means ribosomes are the sites of translation where the genetic information from mRNA is used to synthesize polypeptide chain. Okay, next question. Next question, the suicide bags of the cell, that means lysosomes. क्या है वो? Lysosome. That means lysosomes contain hydrolytic enzymes that can digest cellular waste, debris, and even the cell itself. It's called autolysis. Hence, the nickname is suicide bag. Next question: which organelles is involved in modifying, sorting, and packaging of protein and lipids? That is Golgi apparatus. क्या है वो? Golgi apparatus. Then, which type of endoplasmic reticulum is involved in lipid synthesis and deoxification? Detoxification. Okay. That is smooth ER. That means what? Smooth endoplasmic reticulum lacks ribosomes and is involved in lipid synthesis, steroid, hormones production, and detoxification of harmful substance. Next question. The control center of eukaryotic cell is nucleus. क्या है वो? Nucleus. The nucleus contains the cell's genetic material, that means RNA, DNA, and controls the cell's growth, metabolism, and reproduction. What is the primary function of the nucleus? Primary function क्या है वो? वो है ribosome synthesis. The nucleus is a dense structure within the nucleus where ribosomal RNA, that means rRNA, is synthesized and assembled with the proteins to form ribosomal subunit. Next question. Movement of the substance down a concentration gradient without energy is called passive diffusion. क्या कहता है? Passive diffusion. Then which process requires ATP to move substance against their concentration? वो क्या होता है? वो होता है एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट. क्या होता है वो? एक्टिव ट्रांसपोर्ट. नेक्स्ट, प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल्स लैक ऑफ, प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल में क्या नहीं रहता है वो? ट्रू nucleus नहीं रहता है. That means prokaryotic cells do not have membrane bound, okay, membrane, that is bound nucleus. The genetic material is located in a region called as nucleoid. Next question. The cytoskeleton is composed of microtubules, microfilaments, and intermediate filaments. Okay. Next question. The process by which a cell envelopes a large solid particle is called phagocytes. Desmosomes are cellular functions primarily involves in adhesives and anchoring. What are the poles of the intermitochondrial membrane is called cristae. 70 ribosomes are characteristic of which cells type? That is prokaryotic cells. That is prokaryotic cells. Next question. The cell theory does not apply to viruses. Okay. Next question. The main chemical component of primary cell wall in plant is cellulose. Which of this is not a membrane bound organelles? Ribosomes. Osmosis is the movement of dash across a selectively permeable membrane, that is water molecules. Okay. The function of peroxisomes is primarily related to what? Related to breaking down fatty acid and neutralizing toxin. In a hypertonic solution, an animal cell wall is smell and burst. The term cytoplasm is refers to क्या हो? The material within the cell membrane excluding the nucleus. Which structure regulates the passage of material into and out of the nucleus? वो क्या होते हैं? Nucleopore. Which of the following cellular functions forms a barrier to prevent leakage of fluid? वो क्या होते हैं? Tight junction. The endosymbiotic theory explains the origin of which two organelles? That is mitochondria and chloroplast. Mitochondria and chloroplast. Next question. The main function of the large central vacuole in a mature plant cell is maintaining turgor pressure. Cilia and flagella are made up of microtubules in a 9+2 pattern. Okay. Next question. What is the plasmolysis? Plasmolysis का मतलब क्या होता है? Shrinking of cytoplasm from the cell wall. In which phase of cell cycle does DNA replication occurs? S phase. Chromosomes become visible and the nuclear envelope breaks down during which phase? That is prophase. क्या होता है वो? Prophase. Sister chromatids separate and move to opposite poles during anaphase. Chromosomes align at the equatorial plate during metaphase. Next question. Meiosis results in the formation of 4 haploid cell. crossing over which results in genetic recombinations occurs during prophase on. Okay. Hmm? তোমার নাই homologous chromosomes occurs during anaphase on of meiosis. Okay. This question. What is the structure that holds sister chromatids together? Centromere. If a diploid cell has 20 chromosomes, that is 2n equal to 20, how many will be in its gametes? 10. The division of cytoplasm is called cytokinesis. The G0 phase of the cell cycle is resting or quiescent state. Next question, the pairing of homologous chromosomes during prophase 1 is called synapsis. क्या होता है? Synapsis. The cell plate forms during cytokinesis in plant cells. The restriction point checkpoint occurs during which phase? Restrict point क्या होता है? वो G1 checkpoints. Okay. तो क्या करते हैं G1 checkpoint assesses cell size, nutrients and DNA integrity. Passing this point commits the cell to completing the cell cycle. Next question. The proteins that regulate the timing of cell cycle are cyclin and CDKs. The main purpose of meiosis is production of production of gametes. Okay. Next question. The period between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 is called interkinesis. Okay. Failure of chromosomes to separate properly during meiosis is called non-rejections. Okay. The structure on a centromere where spindle fibers attach is the kinetochore. Okay. To the last question is, mitosis produces daughter cell that are genetically identical to the parent. Okay. In this video we will complete within 50 questions. Okay. Second part will coming soon. Thank you.